Now, assuming that you already have your video or your PowerPoint show, let's discuss on how we can use this online lectures that you already created on the previous step, and how to deliver this lecture so that your student can get involved. Okay, remember, this is the method that we try to be fair with the student with slower internet. So we would like to keep that in mind, and how we can use a method that can be fair for those who have a slower internet. Okay, right. For the simplest way, right? Let's say it's a method 1. The simplest way is just to post it on Google Classroom. You can use the assignment, and then you just post the instruction. For example, you have the PowerPoint show, and then you put it on assignment, and you give the instruction. Let's try. What you can do is, in your class, let's say this is your class, you can click on create. You create an assignment. Okay, I like to be consistent with the title. For me, I like, if the class is a online class, I like to put a A4C label at the front, and then we put a title. Like say it's a chapter 1, right? Chapter 1, and then the title of the chapter 1, introduction, for example. Then you can just put add button, and then you can put the file inside. Okay, so you get the file inside, and then you click upload. Okay, when it's done upload, next is you put a clear instruction on what you want your students to do. Now, here is where you give your instruction for your student to get involved with the lecture, right? For example, here, number 2, what I like to do is to give them some question. Answer the following question. Or you can like put it into something fun. For example, create infographic based on what you learn, right? Depends on you how you want to get your student enjoy with your class. Not something too heavy. If you want to give something too heavy, you have to tell your student, for example, if you involved in this A4C, there could be some carry mark for you, this and that. So it depends on you. For me, I just like them to learn, so I give them some comprehension question, right? Whether they understand the topic or not, and if they understand, then we give some marks lah on that FOC, and then you can the rest is the same. You click on the right topic, you give them due date. Be remember to give them the due date, so they have the sense of timing, right? Don't like forgot or anything, right? Okay, maybe you would like to give them points based on their effort, or you can put it ungraded. Just for example, you tell them here, this is going to be your attendance. Okay, so what I've heard from students, they would be very appreciate if us tell them whether the activities that we give online, whether they get any credit for that. In terms of carry marks lah, in terms of carry marks. So if the activity is quite heavy for them, I think it's only fair to give them maybe some points, some credit for the effort. If the first method, in the first method, you would know, you will not know whether your student actually watch your video or not. Maybe they like tembak je jawapan at the end kan, right? So if you want our student to actually watch and we can monitor how they watch it, this is a method too that I would like to use. That is using what we call EdPuzzle. Okay. So EdPuzzle is actually a third-party application, but it works nicely with Google Classroom. Right? It works because if you create the activities in the EdPuzzle, it will automatically export in your class in Google Classroom. It's very nice. I can show you the example. Okay, this is some of the example that I used in my class using Google, using EdPuzzle. Okay, in EdPuzzle, all you have to do is you just log in to EdPuzzle. You type edpuzzle.com here. Then all you have to do is you click log in, and then you as a teacher, right? You want to create the activity, and then simply just sign in with Google. You don't have to actually use all this to create your account. Okay, just sign in with Google. Okay, something like this should appear. Okay, oh, sorry. Okay, right, something like this should appear in your screen. Choose an account. So basically, if your class is on your UTSM account, then click UTSM account. Give it a moment. Again, you fill up all the information here, and then you can click agree. I don't think need any password. Okay, nice. So they ask you for your school name, right? Just type UTSM maybe. UTSM, right? Okay, if you are using EdPuzzle, this is your interface. You can actually use any kind of material in YouTube, in Khan Academy, in TED Talks, YouTube. You can think about millions upon millions of repositories, right? The videos, right? For example, you have a thing that you want to talk about on operating system. Okay, you click on operating system, and then you click one that you like, right? Okay, now you have your video here. Next is you click, don't click assign, okay? You click edit first. You edit, okay? Alright, so you're going to get this interface. So now we have three types here. We have cut, voiceover, questions, okay? If you wish to use the whole YouTube video, right? For example, you already watched this video.
In the previous lectures, we have been studying about the basics.
You look or reward. You say, okay, all right. I would like to use. Everything in this video. Okay. Then you can click the next tab. Okay, this one is voiceover. Voiceover means that the video that already have in the YouTube, you can change into your own voice. For example, they are talking in like a foreign language, English. You want to like be lecture in Malay. You talk cakap Melayu kan, you can click recording, but I wouldn't use this lah. Okay, so the most important part is this one, question. You click tab question. Okay, you can click play.
About multi-programming.
For example, when you play this video,
It increases the CPU
right?
utilization.
Until up this point, it ends one part of the video, kan? And then all you have to do, you either put multiple choice question, or you want to put open-ended question. This thing that you can get feedback from your student. Okay. So for example, I would like to put open-ended question, right? And then you can click save, right? What is multi-programming in your own words? So basically, at this point of time, here is like 2 minutes and 2 seconds. At this point of time, your student play this video, at this point of time, this question will appear, and then the student can answer on that question. Based on the setting, you can actually avoid student from continuing without answering the question, and also you can avoid student from skipping the video. If you really want student to watch your video every second of it, then this is the good platform lah, right?
By organizing the jobs which are codes and
let's say you want to change the position of your question. You can just drag here and there, okay, right? Okay, you can put more than one question. You can put a lot of questions in the same video, and also you can put a note here. For example, you want to give an extra explanation on certain slide or a certain point of the video, so you can click here, and then you save here. Okay, congratulations, right? For completing the video, right? We put at the end right here, and then we can click save. Okay, so the student will see all this the annotation, the point that you put here, right? And then you can change the title here. For example, you want to change it into your FOC operating system structure, right? You can save title on top here, and then next you can click finish, meaning that you're done with creating the question. So you can try your video. Okay,
in the previous lectures
we
have been studying about
you have the point of your question that you create here, right?
Having 512 megabytes of RAM over here.
Okay, so if the timeline comes to your question, it will appear something like this, so your student can answer this. Okay, this is this and that. Okay, and then they click submit, and then the submission will
assigning the CPU to this particular job.
Right, upon submission, it will continue the video, so your student can get a full engagement and full content of your video. All right, up until the end of the video. Okay, now you're done with your EdPuzzle creation here. You can click assign. Okay, because we are trying to assigning to a class. Okay, what we have to do is when you click assign, you can click add new class, and then we click import class. We import from our Google Classroom. Okay, so you have to follow the instruction here lah, right? Okay, so once you verified your email, you get something like this. So you can import any of the classes that you want to involve or you want to connect with EdPuzzle. Okay, for this I would like to click on the that we created just now, and also our own Google Classroom. Okay, right, import classes. Give it a moment. Right, good. So we get the classes here. Okay, right. So you can pick which class that you want to assign the video just now. Okay, so all you have to do is you click on the classes that you want to connect with, you want to assign the assignment with, Next is you make sure this one is ticked because you want to prevent skipping, okay, or not, or yes, it depends on you, right? And you can turn on closed caption if the video is speak in English, and then you can click on post on Google Classroom. If you click this on, it will automatically post on the Google Classroom. Okay, you can click the start date here. For example, I can click to this date. Okay, today or tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow, for example. And due date, you can click okay, for example, 33rd, for example, 33rd. Okay, sorry, I'll save here. Okay, right. Okay, since I want you guys to look at this example, so I click off the prevent skipping lah. Okay, for your student, you should keep this tick. Okay, I want you guys to look at Google to EdPuzzle as a students. Okay, you can click assign. So basically, what it do is it will automatically appear something like this. Okay, since there's no okay, so it should appear something like this lah, right? You have one open-ended question, then you know the question. If your class is already filled with students, this here going to be the list of students. Okay, but the problem is with EdPuzzle is you have a limitation in storage activities. You have only 20. Limited, so yeah, you can use it wisely lah. It depends on your activities lah, right? And you can always get more places. It will cost you lah, right? Now let's look at how it will look at in our class. Okay, it look like something like this lah. Okay, since we have already 7, so I'm sure 7 of these people will shock lah, because suddenly you have this assignment kan. When you watch this video, then you understand why you get this assignment right? So this is how it look like in the class. So you can actually edit the location. You can drag here. You can drag where you want to put it. For example, you want to put it in the step 2, right? Okay, you put in step 2, and then you can change the title. Okay, you can put a step, right? So everybody can know that this is actually example. Okay, right? So you can change the points here. Actually, you can put it ungraded, or you want to put it graded. You can change the due date actually. Okay, should be if you seeing this right now, you can actually click this and it will take you to the EdPuzzle website. If you click this using your smartphone, it will ask you to use your EdPuzzle apps. So you can ask your students to download the EdPuzzle apps lah, to make their life easier lah, because if you're using apps, quite faster lah. But the easiest one is to use laptop to watch this EdPuzzle video. Okay, I think that's about it. If you're watching this, meaning that you understand why you have EdPuzzle in your Google Classroom. Don't be alarmed, okay? Okay, right. I think that's all for now. Let's recap. The first method is just post directly your material directly on Google Classroom. Okay, the first method, settle, and then you give it as assignment, and you give it right instruction, and you can use it as a assessment, or you can use it as a attendance. Okay, you have to be clear lah with your student kan. Then the second method is quite advanced. You can use EdPuzzle. The best thing about EdPuzzle is you can track whether your student actually watch your video or your lectures. Okay, inshallah. I hope you enjoy watching this video. I hope you try doing any of the delivery method, because at the end of this course, you're going to show us how you did deliver the so the assignment is actually simple lah. Just share how you deliver, and in step 3 we're going to see how we want to assess our student. Inshallah, jumpa in the next video. Assalamualaikum.